Hello everyone and welcome to Penkitten Try Steel Division Normandy 44. This is a game currently in pre-release. If you purchase the game ahead of time, you'll get access to the open beta, which is right now. There's currently no real single-player aspect. There will be a single-player campaign when it comes out. However, I think this looks cool. It is being produced by Paradox Interactive. Not developed by it, but produced. Paradox is known for making some pretty great games and producing great games made by other developers, and I think this is one of them. This is an RTS World War II kind of game. And it has two major components. The first component is building a deck of soldiers. Not exactly like that, but I'll explain it more, and that's what we're going to be focusing on today. The second part is actually taking those soldiers into combat and fighting your way out in a rather enjoyable RTS, almost board game-like aspect. So today, I'll be splitting this Let's Try up into two parts. First will be battle groups, then I'll be trying that battle group out. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Battle group list, I don't have any made because I'm going to be creating one right today. Create. What should I name it? Let's do Penkitten Infantry. Great. As you can see, you have some options of what groups, what armies you can take into battle. At the moment, we have the 3rd Armored Spearhead, which is an American division. We have the 2nd Infantry Indian Head, also American. The 2nd Blindé, which is French, Free French. The 15th Scottish Infantry, which is from Great Britain. And there's also the Axis Forces, with the 2nd SS Panzer, the 21st Panzer Rommels Zekos, the SS Panzer Grenadier, the Luftlandwehr, which is the airborne, I believe, and a bunch more to come as this beta continues. I think it's updated weekly, if a little bit later than that, maybe twice weekly, like twice a month. We'll be trying the 15th Scottish because I like infantry divisions. I know a lot of tactics when it comes to infantry divisions in that time, and I just think that it's what I can use. So we are in here. You can see that there's these slots are how many units you can take out of each different category: Recon, Infantry, Tank, Support, Anti-Tank, Anti-Air, Artillery, and Air. So if we go into one of them, into Recon, you can see we have the different options, and we have the little unit models right here. If you push the middle mouse button, you can zoom in, zoom out, and swiggle around. So this first thing is the Recce. It is being propelled in a MMG carrier, machine gun carrier. It has the what is this? A Vickers and a Bren. So decent amount of firepower, even though it's only transporting 2 little guys with Sten guns. Then there's also normal scouts and a UMV carrier, which is similar to that MMG carrier, except it doesn't have the machine gun. Then Wrecker inside of a little, almost like a mini tank. It's an armored personnel carrier, the Humber Mark III. We also have, just in a regular Jeep, the Willys MMG. And in a Stuart Recce, which looks like the Stuart tank, and then they just took off the tank part and made it an open carrier. That's kind of cool. Later on, you have the Daimler ASC, and that's basically the only thing left, the Little Johns. However, as you can see over here, they have these phase abilities, A, B, and C. See, the combat in this game is split up into the 3 sections. A, you can set up in whatever fashion you like before the game starts. B happens sometime in, maybe like 10-15 minutes in. The B phase happens, and then C phase. The idea behind this is your A force is your initial force. It has a lot of scouts, it has a lot of basic infantry, small tanks, simple support. The idea behind that is the small stuff will get into the fight first. Your recons, your easy tanks, the things that are a bit bigger, a bit slower, they come into fight later as the fight progresses, which makes a lot of sense. I really kind of enjoy that aspect of it. So when it comes to picking Recon, Recon is very important in this game. Recon units, the scouts, they can be in enemy territory. They don't have to be behind your lines. They can stay there, they can look at the enemy, and they can be very important when picking shots for, say, artillery or your tanks. So, we got the MMG carrier here. Your stealth is bad. Vehicle, strength vehicle. Good machine gun, though. This would be a useful vehicle if I were to, say, go into a really hotly contested zone. 4 of them. But then you also have the Recce. Oh, who are you? Get out of there. I don't want you here. Recon. The scouts, they do have more. That is true. The scouts have more men, so they would be able to stand up in a fight a little better. Then you have this thing, which could be really... That's like if you know there's going to be enemies where you show up, and you just want to be able to shoot them down. I think maybe... Oh, that's not until Phase B anyway. How about we start off with... basic scouts. There's only 4 slots. This. And then for Phase B and C... Stuart... The Jeep would be if you need to get them there fast, but Phase B is usually a lot of hell. So I think the better armed they are, the better. How about some Recce? And then, coming in at the end, Little Johns have armor penetration power, which is nice, very nice. Armor penetration can take out vehicles and tanks, while high explosive takes out infantry. Little Johns seem to have good armor penetration, while AC, it's about the same. I don't know what the difference is. What is it? You have more armor penetration. You can get through thicker armor. Other than that, your speeds are the same, your weaponry is the same. It's just, I don't even know why that's different. You get 3 options though. I kind of want that. Infantry is the bread and butter of this unit, as it is an infantry division. And it comes in Bren groups, which are basically a small squad revolving around 2 Bren users. Then they have rifles, which is an entire squad with a single Bren, 2 stands, and mostly rifles. The Vickers, which is a basic machine gun, good for holding up positions. Rifle leader, which has a Piat in it, which is armor penetrating, but not a whole lot. Only 4 armor penetration. Also, this unit does give a bonus. Units close to this leader have their experience increased by 1 level, won't surrender, perform normally, even when behind enemy lines, and receive only half the suppression. So, very good for holding down a position. Then at Phase B, you got some Pioneers. They have Frag, TNT. Pioneers, you get 8 of them, but they're a rather small group. I wish I could actually read what's down here in the corner, but it's too small. Other than that, it's just a repeat of everything that's already happened for the rest of this division through the different phases. I think I am going to want 1 Bren group. Maybe even... I think I actually want the upgraded, the 1 Veterancy Bren group, just because. And then for rifles, 6 rifles, so that I can have 4 lanes going forward and have a couple in reserve. Gonna want the Vickers up front. Gonna want the rifle leader up front. Only 3 of them. Gotta keep an eye on that. And I want these groups together because infantry divisions are very front heavy. Then how about... I mean, they're right here. You might as well take them. Then Bren group. Just need more of them at that point. Bren group, Bren group. I don't think we're going to need more machine guns. Rifle leader. It's a useful tool. And then finish it off with more rifles. You also see up here we have activation points. I have 40 cards that I can select. Tanks. Not very good for an infantry division. The first phase A, we only have these, the Honeys. They're very light tanks, low armor penetration, but it's what we got. It's Phase B that we start getting some good stuff. We have, say, the Churchill, which has decent armor penetration. That's the Churchill 4. Then we have the Churchill 6, which has very similar stats, although the weapon is larger. The main weapon is larger, which gives it slightly less armor penetration somehow. Am I reading that right? But it does have more armor. More armor versus armor penetration. Well, you get 5, so I'll probably want you. Want a Challenger, because Challengers can get shit done. That's the tanks you want to bring in to fight the German tanks. Phase C, probably bring in some command Churchills. Oh, there's only one though. Maybe, no, that's Phase C, definitely going to want the Shermans. And, you know, maybe I would want these command Churchills. Then in support, we have Dingoes, which are just not a whole lot going on here. Very low armor, especially on the sides. Only has a Bren gun. It's like, it's support vehicle. It's supposed to go after the infantry and cover their advance. But we have Bradford Supply, which resupplies units, so I'm going to want some of that. Churchill 5s, which have high explosive rounds, which means it takes out infantry, as well as a machine gun. Don't want to bring up against tanks, but they would be good in, say, taking out a position. Or the AVR, which is dang. Oh, I kind of like that. They have the tank treads on the sides for extra armor. They have pretty high armor. Not gonna lie, these things are beefy. I would throw one of those in. Could use probably more Bedford Supply. A lot more, just in case. And maybe a crocodile vehicle for good measure. Gonna want to look at my options. Anti-tank is really where you need all your points as an infantry division, because you cannot take on tanks very well. You don't have a lot of tanks of your own, and you need to fight. I was playing on the Indian Head Division. They did not have very good anti-tank, and I kept getting stormed. So I'm going to want some Piats, because I'm going to want them to go up with the infantry. They have a MMG carrier to support them, but it's the Piats that are very important. Perhaps even 2, just in case I need a second defensive position. Then how about we get some of these 6-pounders out in front? Only 2 of them. In Phase B, we got a couple more options. We have, if you turn it around, we have a 17 PDR. The other one's a 6 PDR. Could get that. How about a 16 PDR? Then we get some Wolverines, which are tank hunters. Maybe even just some more tank hunters in the final round. Then how about in here, anti-air? We have some small vehicles like the Humber AA. Similar designs, the Humber Mark 1 or something. We also have a Tripolston and a Bofors at the very beginning. Air fire at the very beginning is not a whole lot, so it's more important to use these as covering fire for infantry. Put them down in an area where they can act as machine guns against infantry, at least I think. What is your range? 800 meters. Not bad. Yours, 600. Yours, 1,000. Maybe I'll use you for infantry suppression. You seem to be able to move fast on that Willy. Ooh, this one is mounted. That's cool. Or I can get a Crusader, which is an AA gun slapped onto a Crusader chassis. And the Crusader seems to be all that's in the end. Anti-air power is not all that important. Just throw in Crusaders, and some more Polstons. Maybe a Bofors, but I'll see what I still have. Now in artillery, I could get some of these, which I think I will, because it's all I can get in A, and artillery is always important. However, in the B, I could get some small mortars, some 3-inch mortars. I could get some 25-pounders for some real artillery. I could get some Churchill. This is a artillery observer, so you put them on the front lines, they see the enemy, and they call in from off the map artillery. Which is pretty nice. Range, infinite. You can hit it anywhere. Area of impact, 48 meters. Not bad, not bad. I would like to at least try this out. Then the last, we have a smaller observer and a priest, which I kind of want to try the priests. Alright, A, B, C. Maybe more in C. C could be more important. More defensive positions. Air power, only have 3 left, and I have 4 slots. Ooh, where to go, where to go? Air power in the A is not that important. Dogfighters, I don't know if they're that important. But I could throw 1 in. And then maybe some Spitfires for bombing runs. And maybe a Typhoon at the end for rocket fire. Typhoon AT. What's that stand for? So you have 8 of those rockets. You have 8 rockets. Let's get you up. Let's check the difference. Typhoon versus Typhoon AT. Don't see a whole lot of difference. Oh, because one comes out in B, one comes out in... I see. Okay. One has different types of rockets, apparently, but they seem pretty similar. Let's just put that out and see. Let's look over what we got. Infantry sounds good. Tanks, pretty good. I did get a crocodile. These things are... See this on the back? See that on the back there? That is flamethrower fuel. Put that down and you will light shit up. Oh, and if you look up here, A, combat recon, B, combat skirmish, C, combat battle. 85, 120, and 125. These are the amount of points we get, I think, every minute when playing. I think this is a good amount. Saving. Let's go back out. Let's look around. Scouts, full to the brim. Infantry, full. Tanks, full. Support, a little lacking, but I don't really know the nuance of support just yet. I'm still a new player. Perhaps with time. Anti-tank, we have full. Very important to me. Anti-air, pretty good. Artillery, pretty good. And air power, meh. I don't know the nuance of that either. But either way, I will see you guys in the next video where I will test this out on the battlefield. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see, make sure to stick around for that. Bye-bye!